Hello and welcome back to Ranked. So, funny story, this is new season for August. I might have turned Niv into a combo deck. So we're still playing the 60 card version with Widespread Thievery and Biotech Familiars. Right, this is clearly I've made the story at the time, but Black Devotion with some interesting land choices. So we got exiled there. Liliana the Dark, is this just a Liliana tribal deck? We'll exile the Liliana, keep it down. But yes, I believe this is... Alright, Niv's great. So we just got to dodge hand disruption in mono black. Not a small feat. But if they are heavily a devotion deck... Ooh, interesting. What is this? Graveyard Lamia. Puts a card in the graveyard and it costs less to cast. So they put a Hoarding Broodlord. Fascinating. Right, so we'll play a land here untapped. I think it's time... Since we have a full open thing here, we're going to grab our Valky. They can't kill the Valky unless they use specific removal. So this will force them to ideally attack into Valky or use their mana. I'm assuming they have a reanimation spell. Ooh, Archfiend of the Shadows, that can reanimate, right? So they back up the Gravekeeper and it hits us, which then lets them reanimate the Hoarding Broodlord. So they get a tutor, they get their tutor, so I'm scared now because that means they could have something. But with that in mind, let's just grab a Supreme Verdict.
Oh, he did.
Keep this board clear. Uptick Tibalt again, so they're about to ultimate unless they do something. Let's see what they come up with. Oh, they tutored Planeswalker Killer Spell. That actually worked out well for us because that means at least we disrupted them. I'm guessing they had something else they wanted to get. But anyway, it's time. We'll reload, and there's our Biotech Specialist. They may be on 23, but with a Niv attack and Biotech, well, we need specifically... We're going to block here because they clearly have removal or a board wipe, but we'll see what they want to do here. Extinction Event. Let's save Niv.
Try again.
Using the old Tyrant Scorn adage of bouncing Niv back to our hand. Double Biotech is pretty gross if I'm honest, so I'm happy to play both of these because it's 4 damage per lander token and we can thin out our deck with a lander token. There's a Gary, okay. Oh, I forgot we have a sound for the Biotechs now.
I will not be held back by such insects.
That's a good old quote from UMVC Free, my old favorites. Okay, with that in mind, let's Vanishing Verse. I've got to remember now when we get a Biotech on the field to play Wesker's Voice Cliff to hear that sweet sound. Right, attacking with the Biotechs puts them down to 21. One more lander token puts them down to 17. We do need Treasure Generation here to truly do it, but we can loot with the Prismari command, so that might be our best option if they survive. This is a mono black deck, so it's very, there's a Deadly Cover-Up. And they take Bring to Light. Interesting. Well, they know we have a Niv in hand. I'm very confused. I suppose they suspect that we're more toolboxy. There's our third Biotech. Alright, so with that in mind, let's throw down Joshua. We'll get rid of this and draw an Edgar. We'll play our boy Edgar. Man, maybe I've put too many sounds on this now. But since we don't have any other... Okay, there's a Murderous Rider on Joshua. Rude. But I suppose the threat of reanimation is pretty scary. Alright, they play the Murderous Rider, play another Gary. In response, we're going to Helix.
Try again.
So for those of you... Oh, we didn't Helix in the end, sorry. Right, play a land. Let's Prismari command. Draw and discard. Make a treasure. We don't find... We're going to discard the Biotech. Vanishing Verse to Gary. Then we'll throw down Edgar. Our 4th Biotech Specialist. We can hold back. 5 life is a bit scary. They have the Grey Merchants. In response, let's
Oh, he did.
gain some life back while we can. We're going to lose this Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, there's a Widespread Thievery. So we can actually kill them from here, I reckon, if we hit well. With what's in our graveyard, I actually think we take the Cosmic Rebirth to grab another Biotech. So here he comes.
I will not be held back by such insects.
And then we will Cosmic Rebirth to grab another Biotech Specialist. I'm not going to play it again. I just want to acknowledge that I've been so impressed with this that I'm actually making this. That makes us a lander token and a thing. So we attack in now with Edgar and Niv. If they don't block here... Oh wait, no, we just attack in with Niv. Why didn't I go in ready? Oh, they could have blocked. So in response, we sack the treasures. And the reason we're doing this, we're not being mean, we're being efficient. Arena will prioritize using your lands before your treasure, which is usually what people want. So we've got to make sure we stack the treasures to the biotech and we take them out. My word. Yeah, so yeah, we need to Valky out, Calling Ritual out, and I'm thinking we'll take out one. We take out. I'm struggling here with something. We'll take out. The thing is, I was looking at I don't agree with taking out that Cosmic Rebirth. I was trying to, because Cosmic Rebirth came in clutch, getting the thing back. But yeah, this deck has kind of turned into a weirdest combo deck, because what we end up doing is, Upsworn Paladin, so we'll play a tap land. We couldn't get Biotech down on 2 here. Well, we've got 2 Biotechs now, so we're gonna Helix.
Oh, he did.
Stay on 23 and keep the mana down. Like I said, it's similar to playing against people.
Try again.
This is me trying to figure out, is it Gray or is it Gary? It's actually Gary, so it's Gray Merchant of Achadel. So we exiled the Gray Merchants. Looking at the deck, they don't have anything too crazy. They do have a lot of solid removal and a lot of interaction. So, here's a Gifted Aetherborn. With our current setup, we'll drop down our Insect.
I will not be held back by such insects.
We can now use the Lander token in response here. One thing we might consider is blocking to get in the graveyard, because the Extinction event is on the field. However, that would make them lose their Gifted Aetherborn. Ooh, double for Exionary. No, it's pretty risky. Right, let's get another red. Shock a land in. I'm going to play a second.
I will not be held back by such insects.
So this is 4 damage for sacking a Lander token, 3 damage from a Helix. They are pretty close to dying themselves here. They attack in. I'm not going to kill it, because if we kill it, then they can have no reason not to use the Extinction event. Right, in response then, we're just going to Helix them in their... No, we'll take out the Gifted Aetherborn because they don't have...
Oh, he did.
They don't have... Well, they haven't played another land. They could have baited me here. If they play another land and then exile all our creatures, fair play to them. Good work on their behalf. Oh no, they just go for Liliana of the Dark Realms. Interesting. Alright, they get a swamp, so in response we'll sack the Biotech Specialist. I remember this now. This is where I screw up. I forgot that Liliana Dark Realms -3 had a second mode, because I've never used it for anything other than removal spell. So I put all the pressure on them here. Let them draw. They play a land, they go for the Extinction event. We are going to lose our things. There's their Gifted Aetherborn. So they're searching for swamps here. Right, so in response we will do 2 damage to them, draw 2, discard 2. We find another Biotech Specialist. We'll play it.
I will not be held back by such insects.
They go down to 4 here. So I thought we had it pretty clutched up here, except I forgot that Liliana's ability, you can see me here hovering it, can give +X. So yeah, this is where it starts to get away from us, because I was unaware of a card. So always read the card, as they say. But they can't do that again. They are only on 12, which isn't an insurmountable amount. They play the Murderous Rider, trying to keep their life total healthy. We'll crack the Lander token to thin out. We just need a Bring to Light, a Niv, anything like that to try and help us swing it back around. Nothing too major there. We do now have lands that we can bring back with the Cosmic Rebirth, so we can kind of stay alive for a bit. But this one is getting away from us. Our opponent's has insane card advantage. They can offset the life gain now. We can counter to make sure they can't use that. But We are down to 8. They are up to 12. And next turn they have another Lily activation. So we need to top deck something good here. A Vanishing Verse could do it. If they sack the Lily to try and gain a ton of life here by pumping up one of their creatures, we could respond with, nope, they go for an uptick, so that makes it a little bit worse for us. There's an Archpreacher of Shadows, so they're going to get a reanimation ability. They have removal, so Biotech's going to die. In response to the attack, we will exile.
Bye.
We'll take the 2. In the end step, we just draw a land, so we'll cycle. Draw a Maelstrom Pulse. We'll concede here because this one got away from us. I was getting annoyed that I could not find any of my big end payoffs. Yeah, like, this was me saying, this wasn't the game where they took away my Bring to Lights. So we brought in the Fatal Pushes over the counter spells. And decided to go down, put back in the Tyrant Scorn, which was definitely a mistake in earlier. Sideboarding, Unmoored Ego, and take out one of them. Right, like I said, this is like tribal games. You got to attack the source of their aggro. Basically, just make sure they don't have a board presence. So we're gonna get up to 3. We'll play a tap land here. They didn't see Fatal Push last time, so they're probably not going to be aware of it. So they play a Gifted Aetherborn.
Oh, he did.
And we'll Fatal Push it. Pass it back. We'll play Joshua here. We'll get rid of 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. Not find a blue or a green. And you'll probably see my frustration with my mouse movements being like, are you kidding me, game? There's a Green Devourer. Yet we draw more.
Oh, he did.
John lands and nothing else. They're probably going to kill Joshua to prevent him flipping because he could, turn into the Phoenix next turn. And they know what our hand is. We find blue mana, so we'll just play that and go for the attack here. We still need green desperately, but there's a Murderous Rider. They're down to 15. 3 Castle Lockwains. Let's Vanishing Verse.
Bye.
They have an insane amount of advantage here. Again, we just don't have green. Our game loves screwing us over with not drawing green at the moment. Right, they're going to foretell a couple of cards to... This is a good interaction. So they can foretell to pump and reduce the number of cards in hands to score with the Castle Lockwains without paying as much life. Biotech's down.
I will not be held back by such insects.
I'll probably find a different sound. That's a bit too long for my liking, but I just really like that spell. Alright, they go for the Extinction Event, so we will just grab more land. And I'm getting green because screw it. They really don't want us to leave that on the field. There's a Phyrexian Arena. Right, so we play Niv Mizzet.
Reload!
Okay, this is huge. We could probably win from here. Particularly, right, they have to kill Niv, otherwise they die to their Phyrexian Arena next turn. So let's see what they go for. They go for a Duress, so in response we're going to hit them in the face for free. Puts them down to 4. They take the Vanishing Verse, which was a mistake. So, they go for Professor Onyx, put him down. We can now bring to light, grab a Lightning Helix, put them on 1. The only way they save themselves is if they have that last card is an instant speed card that can be cast with no other thing. For that reason, we're not going to Cosmic Rebirth because we did not want to risk them having a target to cast a spell. Okay, next match. We are up against Aegius. This was our rank up match, so we'll keep this with the Biotech Specialist because we can get a Biotech on 2 and we'll see what we're up against. Gruul. This could be Gruul aggro, so let's see what comes out of this. Wesker's coming down.
I will not be held back by such insects.
Okay, Biotech Specialist is down. Seed of Hope. Okay. I believe this... Yeah, there's a Naya land. Chain to the Rocks. So this is either Enigmatic Incarnation or the New Overlords deck. But let's see what we have. Terra, yep, so this is Yuna Overlords. This is basically a Naya deck that mills itself and then uses the Yuna from Final Fantasy, yeah there she is, to reanimate Overlords like Bale Merc and other things to just crush away with it. We'll use the Tyrant Scorn here to kill them.
Oh, he did.
and then we'll pass it back. We want to save up for this Cosmic Rebirth. So the reason I want to save, not Cosmic Rebirth, for this Culling Ritual is that now we can Culling Ritual, kill these two, get the Lander token, crack the Lander token. Oh yeah, we got in.
I will not be held back by such insects.
Right, with that done, yeah, there's a lot of Baelmerks here. Here's the Yuna, so this is where it gets painful. Reanimates an Overlord with Finality counter, does 4, gains 4. Let's play Niv Mizzet Supreme here. Play a land tapped. We need Bring to Light or Solid Removal here. Anything to help us out. There's another Terror. Milling more cards. Yep. This is a very fun deck, particularly if you're a fan of Final Fantasies. It's literally built around 2 of the protagonists. I would highly recommend it. It is actually quite fun as well. It's quite explosive. They're checking for the thing here. They get a bit greedy here. They could have pushed in with the Overlord, knowing they have another Overlord, to do a lot more damage. But in response then, we can just use the Maelstrom Pulse here to kill those 2. And then I'm going to Helix the Terror and kill it.
Oh, he did.
Then we're going to Jumpstart the Maelstrom Pulse to kill the Yuna. And then we're not going to attack because we could have some shenanigans here with the reflections. Yep, they use the second Yuna. Fear of missing out. So they won't have infinite combats with this, but they will have like 3. And I believe they have another Baelorg. No, and the Fable. This was the game where I learnt how ridiculous the current interaction here.
Try again.
With the fact that because of Fable's flip quality, it gets around the finality counter. Which, yeah. I forgot that that was a thing. I forgot we can blink finality counters and sort them out. Esper Origins reanimates summoned Esper Maladin. I've got to play Final Fantasy VI. It's probably one of the few I haven't actually played. In fact, I think it might be the only one at this point. That and number 2 that I haven't played. Yep, they copy the Esper again. Swing in with lifelink. They are on 32. We need to draw anything impactful. The big one is Bring to Light, Niv Mizzet, anything that could buy us time. They have milled most of their deck here, so we could... Nope, that's just a land. We can pass it back. We can hold up these interaction spells based on whatever they do. There's a second Reflections, which could be rough if they try to do the infinite reflection trick at the end of their turn. They cast another Overlord, hit us down to 13. Go to copy the Overlord, so we have to respond here. We're going to have to bounce this, so they can't get another thing off it. We basically have one more draw here before I think this one's just got away from us. There's a fear of missing out again with Delirium, so they're going to have more. Vanishing Verse does not do it. We're going to have to move to the next game, sadly. Good match, but we could not close it out. Right, sideboarding wise, hard to say. It's my first time playing the deck, so... We're going to put Ego in because, as you saw there, they run 2 of the Overlords, I believe. They run a 4-play set of... Oh. This hand, if we draw lands, is great. But even if we don't, it's a bit slower, but we can still go, so we can play the Biotech Specialist.
I will not be held back by such insects.
There's a fear of missing out. Dropping a Seed of Hope. We do not find a land, so I'm going to use this turn to guarantee that we hit a land by sacking the Lander token to get our last color. Then we can buy time and see what goes on here. Right, there's Terror, Magical Adept. They get an Overlord. Let's play Widespread Thievery. 4 lands, of course. We are behind on lands and struggling now. There's the Avatar. Well, here's an Overlord of the Baelmerk to kill our Biotech Specialist. Right, we draw our 4th land. It is a tap land, unfortunately, so we'll play another.
I will not be held back by such insects.
This will give us at least a mock room of damage if we can survive it. They have a second Overlord, which comes down, unfortunately. In response, we will Helix
Oh, he did.
to kill that, and then pass it back. We draw an Ashiok, which is okay, but not the best, so let's use Joshua here.
Reload.
Oh,
Reload.
hit the wrong button. There's the third Overlord of the Belmerk, and if you look at the finality counters, you'll see how ridiculous this is, so we'll save this Joshua. There's a Seed of Hope, they're looking for Delirium. Let's just pass the turn. I am betting on a big draw while I'm saving the Lander token, because it could be ridiculous. There's a Niv Mizzet, so it's time now for the reload. Finds us a bunch of stuff. There's a Cosmic Rebirth, that could be huge. Let's pass it back. We're going to discard the Joshua, because we can get back a Cosmic Rebirth. Also, yep, there's the fourth. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at how that went. Right, but I think we can kill them here. So, Cosmic Rebirth, bring back the Wesker. Well, the Biotech
I will not
Specialist.
be held back by such insects.
Then, Lightning Helix them for free. Deal 2 damage to them. Put them down to 13. Attack with Niv, puts them down to 7. And now we have Lethal, because we can just do this. Hit them down. Cast another one. Hit them down. We could have also sacked Lander tokens, but you know what? Arena decided we didn't need lands, so I decided I was not going to play lands. What changes to make? We're just going to run it back here. But yeah, you saw that. We took him down from, what, 20 to 0. I can't keep this. It's too greedy. We'll pass the turn. We can get rid of this Overgrown Tomb because we have all our colors sorted here. We have Naya plus black in the Godless Shrine and blue in the Verge, which is active from the Jetmir, well, from the garden. Alright, there's a... So we don't have anything to do till turn 3, nor does our opponent, which is pretty good. I think our best bet here is to go for the Unmoored Ego and take out the Overlord of the Beelmerk. So...
Try again.
This is where we see me. My keyboard decided... Overlord of the Boiler Bilger, sorry. Yep, there we go. See, they only have 2 other lords, and then apart from Yuna's and other things, there's nothing too scary in the deck. So we can run it back. Yuna doesn't really have a good target after that. So, discard a land, draw a land, play a land. They drew one of their other 2 overlords, which is fine. Play a land tapped. Let's play Emmett Silk. I think we're going to discard the Ashiok here. We're not at the point where we could take them out with Mill, and I don't think they have anything scary to bring back currently. Yeah, there's Yuna milling, and literally the only thing is really a Terra Esper. Wow, they didn't even hit an enchantment, I just realized. We'll take 4 down to 14. Well, we drew a board wipe, so first we'll go in and attack with Emmett to try to find our next land. Because reasons. Also, we did see in their sideboard Pick Your Poison, which is a 1-mana kill spell for Niv. So, yeah, even though we've drawn the land here, we're going to drop, Widespread Thievery, because we're not deploying Niv this turn. Our opponent showed that they have 1-mana removal for it, so I would really prefer if we just board wiped.
Oh, he did.
So we board wipe first. Then we'll deploy Niv into a slightly stabler board presence. Because I think that would have been near lethal if they had just poisoned it and then attacked. There's an Esper Origins from the graveyard. Surveilling 2. And summoning Esper... Adrifian, whatever. Right, Niv's down.
Reload.
We have the Biotech Specialist. We hit 3 cards. Not the best, not the worst. And they did indeed have the Pick Your Poison. So Niv was killed. There's Yuna. and step they can bring back a Fable, really. Okay, there's a Fable. Now the Overlord's online. Now I think we bring to light for the second board wipe to just get their board state as clear as possible.
Oh, he did.
Again, it was a lethal attack if we didn't board wipe here. They cycle a land. Right, again, without the Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, I'm not too scared of anything they could... Well, there's another Overlord, of course. Right, let's Vanishing Verse.
Bye.
So let's shock in, play a Biotech Specialist. Then we can hold up the Lightning Helix and the Normalize as required. There's a Dredge's Insight. So they get back a Fear of Missing Out. They play the Fear of Missing Out. Discarding a Fable. Playing an Esper Origins. I'm actually going to counter this, I think, because oh no. I'm okay with them doing that. I think we have to prioritize stabilizing here. We can't risk going down to 4, so unfortunately this Lightning Helix has to take out a token to put us... Oh, we get rewarded with a good draw here. So let's Helix the Reflections.
Oh, he did.
And then we can hold back and pass. We can use... Right, there's a Terror. Let's see if our opponent is aware of how Terror... Well, how Terror works. So, they play Esper Origins. We will... I think we have to counter this because it's another body. We don't want them to have more insight. Let's see what they do. Move in and attack. Untap that to attack. We can jump with the Biotech. End step, pop the Lander token. Put them down to 26. Grab another land. They attack in. Right. So we can go here with the reload. Full spread of cards here, and we'll hold the Helix. Let's see if they go for it, because we can get the Mega Blowout here. If they try to flip Terror, which would be probably a pretty smart thing to do, we can just blow her away with removal. Yep, okay, and she's dead on the flip. So that slows them down here, puts them on a... Right, so they play the Fear of Missing Out into a Maelstrom Pulse, which is interesting. But what we can do now, shock in. Cosmic Rebirth, get back the Widespread Thievery. Widespread Thievery puts Joshua underneath it. Play another Biotech Specialist, and our opponent concedes because they know how much damage we can do. I don't know if they were dead, but they did. Okay, so this is the final match here. I'm not doing full commentary on this, but this is one of the mono red experiences. So, long story short, I cut out a lot of the mono red matches because they go one of two ways. There's either the, oh god, I've been run over, perfect curve, destroyed. Or we have this where they don't hit the perfect curve and then they quit. But that's the other one, sorry. This is the rare third option where it's like, I didn't get the perfect draw, so I'm going to rope. You do realize, in the time it took you to rope this match, bro, you could have probably played 4 matches of mono red. Just think about your time economy, buddy. It's something you should look at.